What's up, y'all? It's Still Decisions here. I'm Nakee,
And I'm Brandon.
and we're here for our next episode of our countdown. So, we will be counting down our top 10 lists from movies to music and everything in between.
And today we'll be counting down our top Disney TV shows. And this include both live action and animated. Both live action and animated. We're not going to split them up. So that means that can be anything from Muppets and Puppets to whatever your favorite cartoon used to be when you was a youth. All that'll be included. But before we get into all that, let's take a moment for a little dual discussion. This question, if you had to live in any Disney TV show universe, what will it be?
Live action or
Animated, live
animated.
action or animated.
I probably want to go to San Francisco and live with Raven and
No.
yes.
They live in real life in San Francisco. It's super expensive. I'm good on that. Never.
I just want to go to the Chill Grill.
Yeah, hey. San Francisco is the highest place that had the highest cost of living in
But this
America.
is like San Francisco in the 2000s.
No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Mm.
see, look, this is the thing. We also need clarification as
Yes.
well.
So we're doing that. I'm referring to That So Raven from the 2000s, not Raven's Home.
See, look,
not the current climate of the economic.
Yeah, but this thing, I think you have to include Raven's Home because it is a continuation of the show.
Nah, but 2023 is different from 2001.
Absolutely, I think we should specify that when you actually say your thing then. Because personally, I feel if you say That's So Raven, I'm including Raven's Home with that.
No.
Because
okay, so for me, I'm saying That's
Raven's
So Raven.
Home is a continuation.
I'm saying That's So Raven from 2004 to 2007. That's when the show was, 2004, 2007. Something like that. 01, 07. It was a good run. It was like 4 seasons.
I mean, I would assume it's probably still expensive back then. This one is super simple.
But back then, expensive wasn't expensive like it is now.
I mean, yes, it was.
Post-pandemic, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, back then, money. Remember, there was a crash in 08. So, yeah, let's keep that in mind.
Well, yeah, that was before the show ended.
For me, if I had to pick any sort of universe to live in, has to be Sweet Life of Zack and Cody because they got away with everything.
My goodness.
And you get to live at a luxury hotel. You got all the amenities. All the celebrities come through. You know what I mean? It's like,
remember when Raven crossed over?
That's what I'm saying. So it absolutely has to be the Sweet Life universe.
It's been a while since I've seen that show.
It was a ton of celebrities that went there for a bunch of stuff. Hannah Montana was there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember Hannah going there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it has to be the Sweet Life
and
of Zack and Cody
in San
universe.
Francisco, so I can go to the Chill Grill.
Yeah, and I would just be there because I get to live in a luxury hotel and everything's paid for. So
I just want to stay in Raven's room in the attic.
I mean, you can probably do that now. Probably make that pretty easy.
Her room was dope. All right. So before we get into the real nitty gritty, what Brandon and I are going to do is we're going to go back and forth with our top 5, and then we're going to compile a list of 10, and then from there we'll rank those 10.
Yeah. So first we're going to make our master list, and then we're going to rank it.
Yes. So we're going to, according to Brandon, fight to the death.
always fight to the death over these picks.
Yes, so it is.
Now this thing, I have no idea what Nakee has picked.
Yes.
She has no idea what I have picked.
I do not.
So, who knows what's going to come out of this conversation. So look, this is the thing as well. Okay, we don't really get to choose what the other person picks.
Mm-hmm.
So don't blame me when she picks something terrible to end up on the list. It's not my fault. Check our social medias. Check our social medias. Yes. We're going to try to post our own personal top 10 list on there if you want to actually see a good list.
Yeah, you know what? Not him throwing shade.
Okay, so what is your first draft pick for this list? I'm going to call them draft picks.
Yes, draft pick. My first draft pick is Phil of the Future.
Okay.
What y'all know about that? All right, only the real ones know from back in the day. That was the first introduction for me to Alice and Mashalka before Allie and AJ. This is the potential breakup
my whole thing
song.
with Phil of the Future is I haven't seen this show in forever. But
he literally goes from
they're like the concept of the show is fire. So I ain't mad at it.
How many seasons did the show get? You remember?
I have no idea.
It was short lived, and I'm
idea.
kind of upset about that because it was a good show.
Yeah. Now look, this thing for all you Gen Zers or all you young people out there. I don't want to hear about any of the 2010 shows.
Oh God.
We weren't watching Disney Channel then.
Are we X? We X?
No, we're not X.
No, that's the before us, right?
Yeah, we're slightly older than y'all. So
I was gonna say, were they
We don't know
Y?
about none of your 2010 shows. So
We're in between X and,
yeah.
and then Z.
Yeah, so don't be tripping on our old quote unquote shows,
What y'all know nothing about
because my show
back in my
is
day.
one that believe still stands the test of time.
Uh-oh.
Has to be my first pick. That's a Raven.
Yes, and I have that too. Yes, come on, that's so Raven. And still is the queen of Disney. Okay, she left, took a hiatus for over a decade, came back like she never
Yeah.
left.
See,
Okay,
look, this thing. There's not enough good things to say about that story. The show's fire, concept fire, the acting's fire, the comedy excellent. I think the show still holds up today. So to me, That's So Raven has to be my first pick.
and I mean, just thinking about Raven in general, just being able to take a whole like almost 15-year hiatus and come back to her show, reboot it, like that's like some next level shit. Like,
And
yes.
and who's your next pick?
All right, I gotta go with Hannah Montana. Come on now. This is like
Basic.
this is back in the day. If you don't,
Basic.
if you know Miley Cyrus now and you don't know when she was Hannah Montana, okay. So sad when it like, came to a finale and stuff. It was so sad. But I always liked the pilot because her friend Lily, and she didn't reveal to her in the pilot that she was Hannah Montana. She tried to be Miley at the same time. And then in the movie, we get The Climb, top tier Miley Cyrus song. Okay?
I mean, look, the truth of
the
the matter
hardest
is,
Miley Cyrus song to sing.
look, the truth of the matter is, they probably shouldn't have been friends, because if you are so stupid that you don't know it's me with a wig on, I don't think we should be friends.
Oh my goodness!
You see me on TV and you don't know it's me because I have a blonde wig on.
Get the best
How in the world could we ever be friends? Okay, my next pick.
Man,
My
so
next
funny.
pick is gonna be something that deviates a little bit. The Bear in the Big Blue House.
I had that too.
Okay, so
yay!
So the reason why it's The Bear in the Big Blue House, because speaking of actual good songs, no, I'm not gonna say actually like Miley Cyrus songs.
That was fire though. Miley Cyrus music was fire.
Speaking of music, The Bear in the Big Blue House, A1, top tier. The good night song, a goodbye song with the moon. That song you can put on the radio right now. It's still hit. You know what I mean?
And you know what too? I remember seeing something on like Instagram or something, one of the reels. The lady that voices the moon, when she passed away.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about that.
I think that was around the time the show had ended, and it was kind of like sad.
Yeah. Now this show I've actually been watching recently, just because for nostalgia's sake, I wanted to catch back up with it.
Disney Plus,
like just to see not a sponsor, just to see like if it still holds up. It still holds up. Show's kind of fire. And by the way, I wasn't just watching the kids show just to watch it. I got little gremlins as well. So I'm not just watching the kids show just to do it. But yeah, so The Bear in the Big Blue House.
Okay, see, and we was right there. Okay, and then I have Even Stevens. Let me tell you now. He who shall not be named, who does terrible things now. Back in the day, before he was like a completely terrible person, he had this show called Even Stevens, and it was like top tier. Like,
is he a terrible person? Do we know that's a fact?
You just Google later see the things that he's done.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Post Transformers, but
I mean, once again, all that stuff is alleged.
Allegedly, thank you.
We're just making up stuff about people.
Allegedly. But I think that it was a really great show, and it's just everybody had their own version of Roger, which from Sister, and in this show it was Beans. Like I really feel like
Man, Beans was
Beans
ugly
was so. Beans was so funny, but I mean,
about a kid,
I really
Christ.
Even Stevens was like top tier.
Cockroach.
My favorite thing is when they take Even Stevens and turn it into the movie when they're on the island. Like I really feel like that was so funny.
He like pulled the idol or whatever.
And they find out it's a TV show.
Yeah.
It was so crazy, but it was good. It was good because it's supposed to be like Survivor or something like that. It is so funny.
Oh yeah. It was like
yes, we gotta watch that later. But yeah, Even Stevens.
Okay. My next pick also I feel is an incredibly underrated Disney show, animated, The House of Mouse.
Oh, you know what? And
Just
we'll
because,
never get access to
yeah.
that
Well,
ever.
maybe we will eventually, but the
They
house.
gotta get all the licenses though for all that music. They'll
I
never
mean, but
kind of like the Mickey Mouse, the
what
clubhouse.
what they still have that, but I think more so is just I think it just may be difficult for the voice actors and stuff they're trying to figure out. But overall, the House of Mouse I think is an outstanding show. This show is literally uh uh the late night kid show.
It always gave me the Mask vibes.
Yeah, cause
Remember
like
when he go to the club?
yeah, cause like literally this show was you coming to the club with all of your favorite cartoon characters and just watching TV shows. They ordering drinks and food and stuff.
Oh, that's what it
It was
was.
pop.
It was the rights to all those characters that weren't Disney characters. Because remember,
I
there's
think
some.
they have all Disney characters in there.
No, it was some in there because it was around like the Roger Rabbit situation,
No,
right?
no. I believe all the characters in the House of Mouse is Disney. It's a bunch of different Disney characters that all come together and eat and hang out here. So I have no idea what's going on with House of Mouse, but
Well,
hopefully,
I hope they pull it out the vaults, Disney,
yeah,
please.
hopefully we get to see it eventually.
That would be they'll break the internet if they pull the House of Mouse out. They vault.
I don't know. I feel like the show's super underrated. I don't feel like people appreciate it enough.
I remember watching it. Yes.
Yeah. What's your next pick?
My next one is one sister, sister has to be on there. So, I really feel like if we're talking about sister, it broke the dynamics. That was the first time I saw twins on TV.
Yeah, see, sister, I can argue with just because the show's fire, from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? I honestly wasn't in my top 5 or even top 10 because I didn't technically count
L's
it.
in the chat.
No, because I technically didn't count it as a Disney show because I don't believe it started on Disney.
ABC, but it still belongs to Disney. So
yeah, but was that before or after Disney bought ABC?
I think this was it. It's always on ABC Family. So
yeah, see, I didn't put it on because I didn't recognize that as a Disney show. Even though technically, I guess it was because I'm assuming that's why I watched it growing up. So
yeah, so
okay, wait. So what is this? My fifth pick?
yeah. So we have 2 tied.
Okay, so
and so this is your last one.
Okay, well, since this is my last one, this thing. I'm stuck between: do I want to represent for live action? Do I want to represent for animated? I feel like I have to represent for animated because, or look, should I play the long game? Because I feel you probably gonna pick this show. So if you gonna pick this one,
we got 3 we have to replace. Then
I'm gonna do.
We'll talk about that in a second, y'all.
I'm gonna do live action.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick.
Okay.
The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh, God. I'm going to let you have that.
Because
I wasn't a big fan. Like, I knew, obviously,
yeah, see,
yes, we have a sweet life.
No, look, see this thing. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I think, is literally what introduced us to Cole and Dylan Sprouse. But on top, yes, it
Big
is.
Daddy.
It's what introduced us to Cole and Dylan Sprouse. Come on now. They're just making shit up. That's crazy.
With Adam Sandler?
Who cares about... Nobody was checking for them because of Big Daddy. That's crazy. Look, also, one of my favorite random things the show used to do, it used to have... what's the little girl name who was in the Missy Elliott video? She used to randomly show up and be dressed hood in the show and break dance for no reason. Like
Allison.
Yeah. They used to love to just bring out of nowhere the show, have her break dance and stuff. Like, okay, well,
she still does it on TikTok too. She'll do the
yeah. But yeah, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I think is an outstanding show for a numerous amount of reasons. Also, I think it has one of the best Disney cast with Colin Dylan Sprouse. We have Ashley Tisdale, Brenda Song, the guy that plays Mosby, whose name I can't think of right now, Esteban. I think it has one of the best cast in Disney.
Oh my goodness, Brandon. I got 4 heavy hitters. And I don't know, man. We only got 2 spots. I got 4 heavy hitters. But I'm going to tell you right now.
Wait.
Yes.
You did your last one already?
Yes, we have 2. We share 2. Yeah, so, yeah.
The other one I was going to go for is the Proud Family.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah.
So we agreed for the first. Okay, so we got 1.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, y'all, what's happening is we had 2 that we agreed on. So there were 2 open spots for our 9th and 10th draft pick.
Yeah, so we need to fill those.
Yes, so we just filled 1
with
Proud Family. So now we have to fill 1. And I got some heavy hitters, so I don't know how you're going to feel about this.
All right, okay. All right, let's go.
I'm gonna just list my heavy hitters out, and you tell me what sounds good to you.
Okay.
Let's see if we got some of the same heavy hitters. Okay.
All right,
So
let's go.
I got 3. I got Kim Possible, The Replacements, and Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Now you tell me.
See, this right here is
3
where
heavy hitters.
this is where I actually disagree with you on.
Uh
Because I was giving a shout out to modern Disney
oh.
because I think modern Disney is actually crushing it with animation.
Okay.
I have Star versus the Forces of Evil,
Mm.
which was a fantastic show in a more even a better theme song. Also, I don't know if this counts as modern. Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb, I think, still holds up and it's just complete fire. Definitely over the replacements. The replacements would have made the list anyway. And another Disney classic, American Dragon, which
Come
I feel
on,
like
man. Now.
American Dragon should have definitely can easily
Clear
take
my
that
throat
10
for
spot.
this.
But
no. Kim Possible.
no, definitely not.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Come on now.
Look,
Come on now.
definitely not.
Christina Milian did what she had to do. She was
look,
singing like the rent was due on the theme song.
But see, this is the thing.
Raven, who
I
also
would
is on that show.
I would rather choose Brandy and Mr. Whiskers as the final spot just because that show I think is way more interesting than a lot of the other shows. And on top of that, I think it's more funny than a lot of these shows. I think the comedy that was in Brandy and Mr. Whiskers stood out to me more. I used to love the moments where they used to insert like actual live action moments when the characters would be talking that it's just some super inappropriate joke or something. It was a mix between the Disney show and Ren and Stimpy in some parts.
I'm gonna have to argue for Kim Possible though because first of all we get 2 heavy hitters in an animated
Possible
show.
Ain't bad.
Yes, but we get 2 heavy hitters in an animated show and in a live action because Raven is in Kim Possible, and then also I forgot her name, Romano.
Who?
She's the sister in Even Stevens, but she
Christine.
Yes,
Chris something. It's something like that.
Romano.
Yeah.
She is Kim, and
yeah, I know. But see,
come on, man.
Okay, look. I'll do this.
Come on, man.
I'll say Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
Only because, even though I would much rather watch Brandy and Mr. Whiskers over Kim Possible, I say Kim Possible just because I think it has that nostalgia for me that Brandy and Mr. Whiskers don't necessarily have. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do Kim Possible.
Yes. I mean, but again, we had 2 heavy hitters on literally an animated show, a live action. She also was doing Cadet Kelly. I mean, like we was just doing it.
Well, they probably took like 3 weeks to film.
Come on now. Raven was doing Cheetah Girls. Like they was getting the bag, okay?
Once again,
all of that happened around the same time.
She wasn't a main character in the show. She used to pop up sometimes.
Also, side note, I don't know if y'all know this, but real Cheetah Girl fans know that Whitney Houston executively produced the Cheetah Girls and wrote some of the music. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with not one thing that we were talking about.
Disney.
No,
but yeah,
that has nothing at all to do with anything.
But yes, so what we're gonna do now is we have our 10 draft picks.
Yeah, so let's actually list out what those draft picks are.
All right, so we have Phil of the Future.
And by the way, this is in no particular order. This is not our top 10 list. This is just going to be the master list we're going to be working from to build that top 10.
Yes. Okay, so we have Phil of the Future. That's So Raven. Hannah Montana, Bear in the Big Blue House, Even Stevens, House of Mouse, Sister, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, The Proud Family, the original, by the way, not the 2020 remake, the original. Both. And then, you gonna count them both? Okay.
Look,
you gonna count them both? Okay.
Technically, I'm counting both, and then I'm also counting Ravens technically both because they are continuations of the show.
Okay, but they both good.
Yeah.
And then Kim Possible. Again, not in that order. We're about to actually debate to rank them. Yeah. All right. So, what do we want number 1 to be? I mean,
I feel like number 1 has to be That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Because I feel like That's So Raven has stood the test of time. And once again, fiery cast.
I mean, just Raven in general. Like, the GOAT. She has worked 3 decades. Literally 3 decades. And then for an entire 15 years, she dominated Disney, okay? With movies, TV, music. Like, I had all the Disney radio albums. I had the Cheetah Girls. I had, everything Raven. Like, she was that girl. It still is that
Yeah.
girl.
So this thing, I think That's So Raven has to be number one because literally when I think Disney, this is the show I think of. Like when I think Disney, I think of That's So Raven first. Like when everybody go Disney show,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be That's So Raven. Like that's obviously the first thing that pop out of my mind. So I think we agree. Obviously, That's So Raven number one. What
Yes.
what are the other ones we agreed on?
We also agreed on Bear in the Big Blue House.
Okay.
So maybe we can make that number 2 since we agreed on it. It's top tier. Unless
Cool. Cool.
you,
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
you know. Okay, so
So yeah. So Bear in the Big Blue House would be
Bear in
number
the
two.
Big Blue House is number 2. Now, I think number 3 needs to be the Proud Family.
Wait, hold on, hold on. Better Big Blue House. It's not enough to be said about the show. This show is fire. Look, if you haven't seen it as an adult, go back and watch just a little bit of it. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be odd. I know, but the show's fire. The costuming is amazing. Like with the bear, the puppetry, everything is fire. The songs are amazing. Once again, the show should be top tier just for the end moon song alone. Okay, they put their whole foot in that song.
Singing like the rent was due. No, I think number 3 should be the Proud Family,
I agree.
just
Yeah,
because
a surprise agreement. Look,
the original theme. So I know we was mad, y'all. Look, we were mad. I was mad. I'll admit it.
we
When they first remade it, because I was like, wait, why didn't they
what
bring?
I'm saying, don't put we into that. You was upset
Okay,
for no
I'm
reason.
talking about me and the audience. We was upset. Because I wasn't upset with like the singer. I was upset that they changed the cadence of the song.
Yeah, see, I actually like that because the song sounds a bit more grown up, which matches what Penny is supposed to be going through. She's supposed to be a bit more grown up. On top of that,
They
though,
still in middle school.
right? But like the whole
She's been in middle school
right,
for like
the whole premise
25
of
years.
louder. Well, she in high school now, right?
I thought it was middle school.
I think
Still.
they're in high school. The whole premise of louder and prouder is she getting older, so everything should be changed. Also, it does sound more modern, which matches her 1 year growth in 20 years or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But also think the Proud Family, they have phenomenal writing in the show. It addressed so many different topics.
And they've been doing that, by the
Yeah.
way, for people saying that they woke.
Yeah, yeah,
They've been doing
and,
that way back in the day.
and by the way, I'm talking about the old show. I'm not talking about the new one. Like even something as simple as proper money management with the Steve Harvey episode with the
Oh
credit
my
card.
goodness! And the
Like,
mustache was on
yeah,
that credit card.
yeah,
That was so funny.
and let's not forget the banger song. What was it? Is it Bounce? Nope, that's Bow Wow. I often say Bounce with me.
Oh no!
Uh,
Yes, you're talking about
Put 'em up. Is that what
left,
it is?
left to the right, right?
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
I think it's called Put 'em Up.
Little Romeo.
Yeah.
Well, who? He's not Little no more. He Romeo. But
Yeah. Well, he was a little
the
Romeo at the
Halloween
time.
episode.
Yeah, the Halloween
okay.
episode, fire. One of the best Halloween TV episodes of all time. So yeah, Proud Family. I think that stands to be number 3. Now this right here is where we started to get a little funky,
Yes.
a little dicey.
And I just want to add something to the Proud Family too, because kind of like Raven. Well, actually, not like Raven, because not everybody came back. The fact that in the Proud Family reboot, I hate saying reboot,
'Cause
a
it is a reboot.
continuation.
It's technically a
Everybody,
reboot.
everybody from the original cast came back. Every single person, from Sugar Mama to Poppy to Oscar, everybody came back. Okay, and then we added new people and we added more celebrities. And I think y'all forgot about in the original how it was a bunch of celebrities: Steve Harvey, Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, and I think didn't Alicia come back with a new one?
I have no idea about that.
I think so, or it was supposed to be like a character that was supposed to be like Alicia Keys on there. So, just putting it out there.
Now the next show I think should go number 4 is the House of Mouse. Now I'm arguing for the House of
Mhm.
Mouse because this show I think not only had a production, a storyline that is the show of the House of Mouse, they also produced a bunch of different Disney shorts for this show, which I think is like what stands out in my memory is like this to me was like the SNL for kids, to where you got to see all of these different shorts and skits and all that stuff. Sketches. Is it skits or sketches?
I think
Sketches.
it's like sketches.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sketches. You can see all the different sketches and stuff of these characters or these different like one-off mini episodes inside this one episode. And they still contain the story within that one of Mickey running his club as a club promoter, sleazy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
With Big Boy Pete in the back. Oh no, it was Mortimer. Mortimer was his enemy in the show. I think House of Mouse got to be number 4. House of Mouse is a top 5 show. People won't admit it, but I think it's a top 5 show.
I'm gonna go ahead and argue for Kim Possible.
No.
Yes. Again, I go back to my original point. We had 2 heavy hitters on this animated show around the same time that they were in their bag. And I really think that this deserves to be, because when you literally, you could say the name and immediately sing the theme song. Like, everybody knows the moment you said the theme song just come in your head. Like, you ain't even gotta.
Actually, look. You know what? I take back what I said. I actually pivot and instead say, sister, sister.
Nah, I'm still
No,
putting Kim Possible above Sister
no.
Sister now.
Seriously, I'm definitely not doing that. Never. Okay, I was going to quote Dr. Umar Johnson for a second, but then I remember who I was and what we doing, so I'm going to step away from it. But first off, never can I put Kim Possible over Sister Sister. The reason being, first off, right, we were just speaking about the Proud Family and all the cameos, the celebrity cameos and stuff. Biggie was in Sister Sister, right?
I mean, everybody was in the Sister
Right.
Sister.
And that's what I'm saying. Look, to me, Sister Sister was a cultural milestone that had a lot of people from the culture pass through that show and made a ton of careers from that show as well. I think Sister Sister definitely should be Roger, the twins. I forgot the guy's name with the dark eyes who always looked like a raccoon in the show. The show made a ton of people. I think overall, Sister Sister should be number 4.
We also not gonna disrespect him like he wasn't on the Cosby Show playing Kenneth. Okay, so disrespectful.
Who?
He plays Tamira's boyfriend.
Who?
So disrespectful.
Who? Exactly. All right. Sister Sister, I think should be number 4. Sister Sister cannot be above Kim Possible.
So if Sister Sister's number 4, then Kim Possible gonna be number 5. Solved that problem. Let's move on to number 6. All right.
See, look, this is my argument for number 5. I think the House of Mouse should be number 5 because that is the in the middle show.
Okay, so House of Mouse, and then we gonna do Kim Possible at number 6. Okay, so
I fucks with that. That's good.
All right, now, we have Sweet Life, we have Hannah Montana, Feel of the Future, and Even Stevens. I think next needs to be Hannah Montana.
I disagree because
it's literally launched Miley Cyrus's career. I really feel
right, but like the issue is we've seen the direction her career went because of the show. You know what I mean? But my argument is actually Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, right? Because honestly, I feel like the Sweet Life should be placed higher. The reason why I'm arguing for it now, excuse me, is because once again, I think the cast of this show is super underrated and is extremely slept on, right? You have the Spouse Brothers and, like I said, Ashley Tisdale, Brenda Song, and this other myriad of side characters as well as other cameo characters that came throughout the show.
Didn't Ashley do High School Musical before the show? Or was it after?
I have no idea.
Maybe it was after. That's like 2008. So then the show had...
Well, no, I would assume she probably got the show and was working on High School Musical at the same time, probably. But yeah, to me, I think that like the Sweet Life cast is above a lot of these people's cast. But also Disney has always done a good job of casting these shows and stuff correctly. But I think the Sweet Life is like way more exceptional in its cast than even Stevens. Even Stevens, you probably remember the main character, his sister, and then Beans.
Yeah, and the dad, and then
yeah. See, look.
Character.
See, look. Then you start to struggle.
I just don't want to say his name.
Then you start to struggle. But that's what I'm saying. I think Sweet Life should go above.
So if I'm putting Sweet Life, then I'm gonna tell you right now, right under Sweet Life is Hannah Montana.
That's cool. That's cool with me.
Okay, so
matter of fact, hold on. Actually, you know what? I put Hannah Montana above Sweet Life, just because I think there was a moment to where Hannah Montana was Taylor Swift.
She was. Every girl in 2007 was literally. I was over there singing. I mean, it was. She had some good songs.
Yeah, but this I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the like I remember there was an era to where everybody wanted to either be or to actually go to Hannah Montana concerts.
I'm telling you, when the movie
So
came
yeah,
out, the hardest Miley Cyrus song to sing is "The Climb." Okay, the amount of vocal, like, you have to, the breath you have to have when she hits the high note in that song, you gotta hold it. Okay, it was literally on, what was that Wii game where you sang along, like the karaoke one?
I have no idea. I wasn't doing karaoke on a Wii.
Yeah, there was like a Wii karaoke game, and you could sing along with it. And that song is so hard to sing. Um, and then I think, man,
Yeah. So
just in that time period, like, Hannah Montana, it was like,
matter of fact, just here's the thing: Hannah Montana back in our day is what Olivia Rodrigo was for people this day. That's the girl from who was on High School Musical, the musical, and then made the album Sour.
you lost me there.
You'd have to know some of her songs.
Okay, I'd have to go look that up
You
later.
definitely know some of her
Yeah,
songs.
don't
Yeah.
curse me out in the chat.
Good for you.
I have to listen to that later. Brandon's
Yeah.
lost
Okay.
me. All right, so we got
Just you 100% know who Olivia
okay,
Rodrigo is.
Hannah
But
Montana and then Sweet Life.
yep.
Now we have Even Stevens, Feel of the Future.
Now, honestly, I don't care where you put these because they rank very even for me. No pun intended. They rank very even to me because they both stand out as very goofy comedy shows. Actually, I guess I would put Phil of the Future ahead of Even Stevens. Only because Phil of the Future, I remember being more interesting than Even Stevens. Because when I think of Even Stevens, I don't actually think of the show. I think of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't necessarily like when I think of Phil of the Future, I think of the show. When I think of Even Stevens, I think of the movie. Like the movie to me is what solidified that as a good show, not necessarily the show itself. Like I can't recall an episode of that.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. Do you remember when Disney shows got their movies and then the movies changed the trajectory of like the next season of the show? Like, it was so crazy. Like, Proud Family did it. She got a license, and then the next season of like the Proud Family, she has her license and everything, and they're reflecting on what happened in the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the first postseason of the movie. So great.
Yeah, and then Slice Spoiler for Loud and Proud of the Peanuts also come back too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to go catch up on that. All right, y'all. So where we put in, so we're doing Even Stevens before
No,
Phil.
no, no. Phil, then Even Stevens.
Okay. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because we think about the movie before
more than the show.
we do the show. Okay, so we're doing Phil, and then we're doing Even Stevens. All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna run it back down. We have together created a top 10 now. Again, you need to check out our
social medias.
social medias.
It's technically considered the dual decisions, official,
Yes.
official,
The official list.
top 10 Disney TV shows.
However, we're gonna also post how we would rank them on our own.
Yep, we have our own personal top 10s that we'll
Yes.
post.
Yes.
Because, I mean, some people just add stuff to the list.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, number 1 is That's So Raven. Number 2 is Bear in the Big Blue House. Number 3 is The Proud Family. Number 4 is Sister Sister. Number 5 is we have the Hannah Montana. Oh, I'm sorry. We have House of Mouse at number 5. Sorry, guys. Number 6.
Mickey? You already know Mickey don't play that.
Number 6, we
You'll
have.
be scared to come outside.
You know
what I mean?
what?
That's an inside joke.
Oh, jeez. Number 6, we have Kim Possible. Number 7, we have Hannah Montana. So, again, number 5 is House of Mouse. Number 7 is Hannah Montana. Number 8 is The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Number 9 is Phil of the Future. And then number 10 is Even Stevens. And I apologize for that error because I do not have my contacts in. So everything kind of looked, I saw the H and the M and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, we're going to post our actual, like, for us, where we would rank these. Because I'm definitely different from Brandon. where I would put these things. So,
Yeah, I know you'll be wrong. You know what I mean?
oh my goodness. All right. So, with that, we're going to wrap up our show. And did we miss anything? Did we rank them how you would have ranked them? Like, maybe drop that down in the comments. How would you have ranked these?
Yeah, and then also keep in mind, once again, we're just starting off. So
Mm-hmm.
we're hoping that the show can grow and maneuver with you guys. So if there's
Yes.
something you like or something you didn't like, comment that too. Maybe we can make a change, alter some of the show structure a little bit if we need to. Right now we're in the test phase. So we're just testing out how everything is working out. And yeah, so we're looking forward to getting your feedback
Yes. Be sure to follow us on all the socials. If you think of it, we probably have it.
at Dual Decisions.
Yes. All right, guys.
It's
Peace.
spelled exactly how it sounds. So you don't try to get fancy with it. It's just Dual Decisions.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.